When this Lakers roster was put together, we saw potential. I mean, when you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, you're going to be special, at least offensively. But there were also the doubters. There were those that thought LeBron was old, those that thought the surrounding pieces weren't enough. The Lakers are now 5-1, the number 1 seed in the West, and are just looking good. But why? It's actually not what it looks like. What is up, dudes, to that Ballers Players? It's your boy MJ. It's an exciting time to be a Lakers fan, heck, NBA fan. We're seeing all these new teams figure out how to mesh and how to make it work. In the early goings, it seems like the Lakers have found something that's actually repeatable and makes them win games. And I'm not talking about LeBron's hairline.
What is that?
So let's take a deeper look. Drop a like for the amount of blocks the Lakers will have by the end of the season, 6,329. The 250k giveaway winners for the sneakers are Sinbad, Helen John, and Ian Polino. The winners of the league passes are Golden Lucas and Nathan Osborne. The winners of the basketballs are Young Twisted Boy and John. And the winner of NBA 2K20 is Agent AD. So if you won, DM me on Insta or Twitter so I can send out your stuff. More giveaways are coming soon, so to the 78% that watch my videos that still aren't subscribed, Dwight Howard is a Lakers fan favorite while shooting 37.5% from the line. Can we make that percent subscribed higher than that? So please subscribe. The whole Lakers team revolves around LeBron James and Anthony Davis. We know the offense both of these guys are capable of producing. They are the first Lakers duo since Shaq and Kobe to each average 25 plus points per game in their first 6 games. The Lakers offense involves a lot of isolation for these two. While the Lakers are the 6th highest in the league in isolation frequency, they are shooting 33% from the field in isolations and are the 9th worst team in scoring in ISO. Putting isolations aside, the team is also shooting 31.4% from 3. In fact, if you look at the Lakers offense, they are only ranked 18th in the league. Yes, with LeBron James putting up triple doubles and Anthony Davis dropping 40 points and 20 rebounds in 3 quarters, the Lakers aren't even a top 15 offensive team in the league. Like the Warriors have the same offensive rating as the Lakers. But they have the 2nd highest point differential in the league, which means, yeah, the Lakers are the best defensive team in the NBA, even better than the Jazz with Rudy Gobert. The Lakers are holding their opponents to 96 points per game. In 3 out of their last 6 games, they've held their opponents to under 100 points. Last year, the Bucks were the best defensive team with a defensive rating of 104.9. So the Lakers are holding opponents to 8 points less than the best team in defense last year. A lot of this has to do with Anthony Davis, who I will get into, but it starts with LeBron James. LeBron was bad defensively last year. Even before his groin injury, there's been a trend of LeBron taking positions off defensively. In 2017, LeBron was one of the worst defenders in the league. It wasn't that LeBron was old in 2017 or lost his step, it's just that his defensive effort was non-existent. That was weird because LeBron James was one of the best defenders during his Miami Heat days when people thought he was snubbed for Defensive Player of the Year in 2013. So for years, LeBron has shouldered the load offensively and it's taken a toll defensively. But this year is different. LeBron has become a defensive leader and not just in directing players. LeBron has stepped up the intensity. Of course, the chase down blocks are something we've seen for years. Can't they try like, I don't know, a pump fake? Dribbling it out? Maybe a pass? Something. But on normal defensive possessions, LeBron is giving more effort. he is contesting 70% of attempts against him, which is up from 54% last season. Like on this possession, LeBron drops to the paint to prevent a lob to Rudy Gobert, and then runs back out to get a good contest on the 3-point shooter. Those were plays last year that LeBron would give up on or not make the effort to run out for the contest. Look at his off-ball denial against Donovan Mitchell, and you can see he's really moving his feet in a good stance while fighting through screens. He's also keeping offensive players further away from the hoop. Through the first 6 games, the average field goal attempt against him is 17.6 feet, which is higher than his 15.6 feet last season. LeBron still has it on the defensive side of the ball, and with his size and lateral quickness, he can keep a lot of players in front of him if he tries, which he is doing a lot more of. But more importantly than that is his help and team defense. LeBron is actually making defensive rotations. He's doing quick stunts and going back to his man. He's running back on the fast break to stop fast breaks without even blocking the ball. He's not just blaming his teammates for his bad defense. Now, LeBron says that last year it was difficult for him to move and shift with his torn groin, and even when he came back, he had a partially torn groin. This year, he's saying he's not injured and that his quick twitch, speed, strength are all back. I'm not sure if that excuses him for his defense on the Cavs, but right now, Anthony Davis and Frank Vogel challenged LeBron, and he is stepping up to that challenge. Anthony Davis has been a Defensive Player of the Year candidate for years, and so what he is doing on the Lakers doesn't surprise me and shouldn't surprise anyone. That being said, we can't overlook the impact AD is having. He's a unique combination of a 7'6" wingspan with a fast lateral quickness. He's a demigod! He has always had a natural timing to contesting shots. He can guard both the ball handler and the big man in a pick and roll at the same time. He just impacts everything in the paint and even mid-range area. Any mistakes or miscommunications in the Lakers defense can be fixed because AD can cover for that. He's a luxury at the highest level in basketball, and I don't want to minimize any of his impact. It's just that we knew that AD would do this and still didn't have the Lakers as this defensive juggernaut going into this season. With these two, the leaders of the Lakers, putting such an emphasis on defense, that sets the tone for the whole team. Remember the 2017-2018 Cavs? Yeah, they were 29th in defense. It's not like they had locked on defenders, but to be the second worst team on defense over a whole year simply means that there were effort issues, no rotations, no real accountability. That team was an NBA Finals team but still couldn't play better defense. LeBron said that those Cavs didn't have toughness. A part of all that was that LeBron himself wasn't showing that toughness or intensity on the defensive end. He really wasn't trying, which set a culture of lackadaisical defense. These Lakers, on the other hand, see LeBron trying. Even if he does foul more or is in the wrong position, the fact that the effort is there is contagious. Also, credit goes to Frank Vogel, who has this team focusing on defense. That is his specialty and he's fulfilling it. One player that has had a resurgence is Dwight Howard. Howard has accepted his role on the team as the rebounder and rim protector, and man, is he defending. I know that Dwight's shot selection has been elite and he is taking super high percentage shots without interfering with anyone else's offense, which is great. He's injecting himself in the game wherever he can without taking away from anyone else. But let's just look at his defense for a second. The Lakers film room had this clip of what Frank Vogel wants from the defense.
It's going to have a mindset of no roller behind. So we're up to touch, providing a presence, so this isn't just an easy rise up jump shot. As the ball handler is coming off, if he picks the basketball up for any reason, pull up jump shot, early pocket bounce pass, yeah, that triggers you to stay home.
He wants the big men to hedge, meaning step up to stop the ball handler from just having all the space, but at the same time, not step too out in front so that the ball handler can just blow by Dwight or pass over him to the roller. Dwight has been doing an amazing job at finding where he has to be on the court to defend the pick and roll. Once again, the Lakers film room did an amazing job breaking down the technicalities of all this. What I want to add is that this takes an incredible amount of focus pace, and ability to read the situation correctly to execute correctly. There is discipline in his actions and his overall consistency. Dwight is focused on keeping the ball handler in front of him and staying in position to contest the big man. It's not the stuff that shows up in the stats, but he's doing it and it makes all the difference for the Lakers. Now let's talk about what does show up in the stats, and that's those blocks. The Lakers lead the league in blocks right now at 8.2 per game. 3 of those come from AD, but Howard is also averaging 2.3 blocks a game in 21 minutes a game. On shots less than 6 feet from the rim, Dwight Howard is causing a drop of 14.2% field goal on those shots. For comparison, Rudy Gobert, the defensive player of the year and a player known for his ability to change shots at the rim, is causing a drop of 9.6% on those same shots. What this means is that Howard is not just blocking shots, he's also causing the offense to have to find another way to score besides the paint, because he's changing a lot of those shots in the paint. Having rim protectors like Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard mean that the Lakers guards like Danny Green and Avery Bradley, who are already solid perimeter defenders, can play more aggressive because even if the offense gets past them, they have the assurance of Davis and Howard protecting the paint. Actually, with Howard, Green, Bradley, LeBron, and Davis, that lineup is outscoring opponents by 74.6 points per 100 possessions, with a defensive rating of 63.3. They have only played 14 minutes together, but that is definitely something to think about. Everyone on this team has defensive energy. Even KCP, who has been still is showing defensive effort. Now that LeBron is starting to play some of that defense he did before when he was an all-NBA defender, and paired that with Anthony Davis, this team was going to be in good shape. Add to that the role players like Dwight Howard, Danny Green, and Avery Bradley taking pride in defense, and now this team starts to look like a serious threat on defense. Offense can come and go. Some nights the offense just isn't there, and some nights you're red hot. But defense is something that can be played on a nightly basis. The fact that the Lakers are not playing that great offense and not letting that impact them on the defensive end is a sign that this can last. There will still be ups and downs with this process, like against the Mavericks. The Lakers failed to execute the defensive game plan a couple of times, and that led to some easy buckets. But overall, you gotta want it, and the Lakers won it. But what do you think? Can the Lakers keep this up? Who's the early favorites for the championship? Drop a like if you like defense, cause sometimes it's just fun to watch. I have finally moved into my new apartment, and so I'll be streaming this week on my second channel. And if you're still here, you a real one, so comment block so I know. And I'll give one of you that comments that a $10 gift card, cause my Lakers are on top. The Instagram shout of the day goes to Mike, and the all-day notification shout goes to Jack. Thanks for the all-day support. Make sure to hit the bell for all your notifications, and if you're not a sub, hit the subscribe button, join the all-day community for more fire content, all-day support. It's your boy MJ. We out.
Spaceship, no.